Hey, yes. Bro caught on my bed, I'm working the phone. Niggas ball hard, so I'm working alone. I'm my own shooter, I just switch it in post. I'm the mailman, call me Borrow Malone. Bro caught on my bed, I'm working the phone. Niggas ball hard, so I'm working alone. I'm my own shooter, I just switch it in post. I'm the mailman, call me Borrow Malone. That last play was foul, I'm running the zone. Don't let her take the slime, I'm ISO and hoes. Don't say it's on the floor, my apes lifting for more. I'm sorry, I cater to this bad, so I can't live a hoe. My pocket's screaming, give me more, my AR.
What up, though, YouTube? It's your boy Brillo. We back in the building. Today we're gonna be talking about Bel-Air episode 4. If this your first time coming across the page, lock into the real. You know the deal. Like, subscribe. You already know the vibe. Hope everybody having a wonderful day, wonderful Sunday. We talking Bel-Air today. Let me see who up in here with me early. Shamara in the building, 313 in the building. What's good? Hope you having a wonderful day. Daria in the building. Mr. Jones throwing plugs up. And my man DeMarcus in the building. He already see it right there. The press tour. The press tour is working. The subscriber count is increasing. We growing the channel, and it's all thanks to y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with me every time I come here to go live. Yep, that's right. Your boy is 4K today, so big ups to the subscribers. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. You see the pressing. You see, I'm gonna stay pressing. You know what it is. Let's get to it. Episode 4. This is another robbery, y'all. We in and out of here. I'm gonna break down the episode and give you my hot takes on it. So let's get into it, man. Bel-Air season 2, episode 4 live pack. All right, in no particular order, we're gonna go through a few other scenes. Let's get into it, man. So in this episode, Hillary and Jazz, they taking their relationship to the next level. Jazz, of course, he know Hillary's parents already, so now it's time for Hillary to meet Jazz's parents. And Jazz was a little apprehensive about how they would feel about her. But when she came to dinner, she was dressed in a hijab, which had my man, it was a little surprising. Look at my man Jazz, like, what is going on here? She greeting him. She did her studying on a Muslim religion, and she's greeting the parents, and everything was going cool at first. But Hillary took it too far. Like he said, she was like a Muslim encyclopedia and turned the meeting into, something a little awkward. So that was a funny scene. She started running off facts about their name, about their religion, kind of like an encyclopedia, which kind of weirded the parents out a little bit. And Jazz was like, I wish you would have just been yourself. But, funny scene. You see my man Jazz looking like, what is going on here? But, hey, Hillary still looking good in the hijab. So, you know what it is. This was definitely a funny scene. Let me see what y'all think about this scene, man. I was dying. Hit the like button. Detroit Kings in the building. What's good, my guy? Right. Hillary need to just be herself. Being herself is enough, but, no harm, no foul. She at least making an effort to, I could tell she really liked Jazz. So I hope, it end up working out for them, which I think it will. Next, of course, man. I don't know what's up with this guy, but he acting real secretive, like Uncle Phil said. He moving real kind of shady. I'm thinking it has something to do with his son. We don't know. We need more backstory on that, but this dude is acting real snakish. I don't know what's up with Jeffrey. Uncle Phil even mentioned that, he know Jeffrey is hiding something, and I know that's going to be revealed to us in the future. That's one of the side plots that they have going on. What is going on with this dude? I personally think it has something to do with his son, or other than that, they're not really giving us much information, but we can see that this dude is moving shady. Do y'all trust Jeffrey? I trust him kind of, but he is definitely hiding something, man. Do y'all trust this guy? He hiding something. He definitely hiding something. Oh yeah, we gonna get to my man Carlton, doing his thing. We gonna get to Carlton, but Jeffrey, he definitely hiding something. One of the highlights of the show episode was, of course, Will got kicked. He got suspended. Got kicked off the team, which was kind of odd. Usually a coach is going to go to bat for his best player, but, the coach had it in for Will anyway. So I guess he cared more about, that than making the playoffs. So Will is suspended off the team. So Vivian went to go see Doc behind Uncle Phil's back. I don't think she was wrong. Like she said, she wasn't keeping it a secret. I don't think she needed to talk to Phil about it or whatever. But do y'all think she was wrong? Do y'all think she was wrong? DeMarcus say Doc is running game on Will. Yep, I think so too. But Uncle Phil, being my favorite character, one of the most solid characters on the show, he made those addendums in the contract. So Will is going to be taken care of. Doc is definitely something up with this dude. Phil is right at the end of the day. But how do y'all feel about this scene? Was Vivian wrong to go see Doc? I don't think she was wrong. She looking out for Will. So once he finds out Uncle Phil is livid, so he goes in on his wife. They have a little argument, of course, but because she went behind his back. So they had a little argument or whatever. But just like a G, Philip knew, what I'm saying, he was wrong. So this is why I call him the GOAT. Just like a man, he can admit when he's wrong. He went and apologized to his wife, smoothed it over, told her what's been going on with him and all the pressures of his job and don't know who to trust. And he just don't trust this Doc dude. And Will trying to get him to understand, like, Will got to make his own choices. You know what I'm saying? He just take care of him that way. But he got to let Will grow up and make his own choices. But, do y'all think who was right in this situation? Big Wolf, what up? Yeah, Detroit Kings, I don't think she was wrong either because she wasn't being sneaky about it. She just went and made a play. Like, she got the right to make a play for her nephew. And she told my man to invite Uncle Phil. If she was trying to do something back behind his back, she would have not told my man to include Uncle Phil on the meeting. She wouldn't have told Doc to include him on the meeting. So that was a good thing. But Phil, being a G that he is, he wouldn't apologize, smooth things over, and he's willing to listen. This is why Uncle Phil is my top character on this show. I just think he is a OG, man. He's the GOAT. Like I said right there, he is definitely the GOAT. I'm rocking with Uncle Phil really hard. You know what I'm saying? So Carlton, let's get into it, man. My man Carlton goes bowling. And when I tell you Carlton is cold with the bowling, right? So Will, and I'm just going to say this, bro. Will didn't get on my nerve this episode, which is surprising. Bravo for Will. Will didn't get on my nerve this episode. It's like the first episode, he didn't get on my nerve. He wasn't acting like a brat. He even said, you know what, I'm going to take my punishment. He wasn't acting like a brat. He was acting like a young adult. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't crying, acting like a brat, blaming everybody for his problems. He invited Carlton to bowling. First, Carlton didn't want to go because it's the BSU, and, he didn't give the speech, so to speak. But Carlton ends up going. He's bowling. And the dude tries to press Carlton. You know what I'm saying? The light-skinned dude, DeMarcus, what's his name? Dude tries to press Carlton, and Carlton beats the brakes off my man. Look at it. Carlton jumped on him and was attacking that fool like a dog, like a little mini pit bull, just working him over, giving that boy the business. And this is why Carlton is that guy, dog. And last week, I was calling for growth in Carlton, and that's what we saw. Even though he fumbled, had the panic attack, couldn't give the speech at the rally, what he did, I think, was even better, beating the brakes off this bum, and then he exposes his secret to the school. He tells the school, he tells them, get off me. I didn't say the speech because, you know what I'm saying, I got anxiety. I'm trying to fight through all of this trouble. And who comes to the rescue? None other than Lisa. And I'm hoping that they don't do it. They don't make Carlton get back with Lisa because you know it's going to ultimately go back to Will. And at this point, they playing volleyball with this young woman. And I just think that's lame. I hope we stay away from that. Right, this dude Drew is a sucker. Got the brakes beat off of him, trying to press Carlton. Carlton beat the brakes off that boy, and got the school on his side. So she comes to the rescue. Carlton exposes himself, but you know he's still holding strong. He didn't go and do no drugs or nothing. He just laughed it off and gave Lisa a ride back home. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. Carlton is that guy. I'm really feeling Carl's character this scene, man. But of course, Lisa to the rescue. So she goes outside, talks to Carlton. They have a laugh about him beating the brakes off my man, and they left. And it's kind of setting up for Carlton and Lisa to get back together, which I wouldn't like to see it. But let me see what y'all think, man. Are they getting back together? Are Will and Carlton playing volleyball with this chick? I called her a trick. with this chick. I feel like Drew or Lisa should have given the speech anyway. Yeah, definitely. But it would have been harder coming from Carlton because, he is, like you said, the perfect example of what a young black man is supposed to be. Smart, articulate, never gets in trouble. And they wouldn't be expecting it to come from Carlton. So I get why they wanted Carlton to give the speech. But, he had the panic attack and he couldn't do it. And I'm so glad that they showed growth in him. He didn't run to the drugs. He didn't go and pop a Xanny or pop a Perk 30 because he's so sad. You know what I'm saying? He stayed strong and, it's going to be beneficial for him in the long run. And then we got Will. Like I said, Will didn't get on my nerve, and he is a great cousin to Ashley. Ashley is feeling it. She feel like she the reason her teacher got fired. She the reason Will can't, play in the game. But Will made her understood like they need her for hope. So I like what he was saying to her. He gave her motivation back, to be the activist that she was born to be. And this was a great scene, man. It came off like a real big brother, so to speak. So I enjoyed this scene right here. Will, talking to his little cousin Ashley. He's a real good cousin to her. And Will didn't get on my nerve this episode. I love this interaction between Will and young Ashley. Let me say, I found out that the lady who plays Noma on Power Book 2 is married to the guy who plays Uncle Phil. Yep, they dropped that in the Discord. Interesting. So they both getting money. We reformed both of their shows. Like, that's dope. Black excellence right there. Will is a great cousin to Ashley. What else we got? We got my man Uncle Phil get a reality check, man. So remember, Uncle Phil don't know what's going on at the job. They're doing little backdoor meetings, and this dude had to give my man a reality check. He said, Uncle Phil was the star of the law firm, so when he left, they wasn't getting the clients that they had. I look at it as like a basketball player, a star athlete leaves the team start losing. So they got to do what's best for them. So they're actually looking to sell the firm. Uncle Phil don't like it, but hey, he need a reality check. He left for his political career, and now he's coming back. But, how long will they last? And my man, like, they got to do what's best for them. I agree with it wholeheartedly. James backdoor Uncle Phil. Kinda, because he didn't include him in the business, but I understand where he's coming from. Uncle Phil left. They were struggling. They couldn't get the clients that he could, because he's an all-star. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why he did what he did. Now, was it wrong not to include him? Yeah. But hey, I'm sure Phil didn't include him in his plans to go into politics. Next, Carlton gets some good news, man. So Carlton is a hero now. So after he beat the brakes off my man and had this little episode and told him, you know what I'm saying, I'm struggling. I got anxiety. I was having an anxiety attack. I'm trying to stay off the meds. So they actually started a thread. Everybody sharing out their problems with mental health. Mental health is a real issue. So like they bigging up Carlton. It went the other way. So Carlton went viral in a good way. Everybody has his back, so to speak. You see the smile on his face. He's looking at his phone. They're actually going to start some mental health seminars and classes. The Black Student Union going to do that. And Carlton is a hero, right? So he went from being a villain to a hero just from being himself. And that's what I'm saying. Progress, character development. Carlton started off in season 1 a straight sucker. Now he moving like a G, beating people up, taking up for himself. You know what I'm saying? Not running, hiding from his problems. He didn't go run to the Perk 30 or the Zanny bar. You know what I'm saying? He didn't crush up some Zannies and snort them like he was in season 1. He just straight up handled it like a G. And it was good to see Carlton become the hero. Now, let's get to this, man. Lisa. I mean, she is playing the heck out of Will. What y'all think? So Will comes in, he sees her doing her little ballet thing, and they have a little talk. They're talking or whatever. She running game on him, man. Her uncle then told her to run the game on Will. She telling him everything he want to hear just to try to, get Will in the fall. So Will does a last-ditch effort to convince his his auntie and uncle. He cooks some breakfast, and he asked them like, "Look, man, let's just let me do this or whatever." So Uncle Phil agrees. He goes, sees Doc, and they come to an agreement. They shake hands. They come to an agreement. Doc is not gonna get, a bunch of money when Will graduate. Phil came with that payment. And he did some addendums to the contract, took some liberties, and Doc went along with it. But towards the end, last final scene, we see your girl Lisa talking to her uncle, and they're like talking about it. She's playing this dude. She don't even, but I kind of think she really like him. What do y'all think? Is she playing him, or do she like him? I think she kind of likes Will. And that was your episode, man. Episode was fire. Different vibe from shows that I generally review or discuss. That's why it's a change of pace. That's why I like it. And I'm really feeling this season. The season has been phenomenal. And like I said, Will didn't even get on my nerve this season. He didn't get on my nerve. I also like, in the beginning of the episode, he like, man, people don't understand me here. But then when they got in the hallway, all the students clapping for him and cheering for him because of what he did. So he's kind of fitting in, and Carlton was looking kind of salty. That's when I thought Carlton was going to revert back to that haterism, revert back to that Kane activity, DeMarcus. I thought Carlton was going to divert back to that Kane activity, that hater stuff. But he stood tall like a G, and both of them ended up shining towards the end of the episode, man. Do y'all think old girl is playing Will? Yes, Detroit Kings. Episode 4 was fire, 3 was fire, and 2 was fire. The only episode that I had a problem with was 1. Jackie, definitely, I think she has feelings for Will. But once Will's gonna find out, that she was kind of lightweight playing him. I look at it kind of like a Braden and Sack's niece Riley situation. She went into it trying to play the dude, but she ended up falling for him. So I think this is the same exact situation that we got. Jackie went into it, not knowing what's going on, but went into it with one agenda and came out liking Will because they had a nice little chemistry. You know what I'm saying? She was dancing and Will, he got the dancing too, and they had a nice little kiss, and she told him, well, no grit, no grind, no glory, or something like that. That's one of his mantras. And that's interestingly enough, that's what sold it for Uncle Phil. No grit, no grind, no glory. So that's a hell of a mantra. That's what sold it for Uncle Phil when Uncle Phil saw that hanging on the wall. And he know this guy is gonna have a hell of an influence on Will. He doesn't trust him, but he has to let go of the reins, or Will's gonna continuously resent this dude. And I was impressed by Will because he wasn't crying like a baby. He just made it happen, wasn't blaming everybody for his problems. And there you have it, man. Another robbery, a solid episode. We in and out this thing like a robbery. Another fire episode of Bel-Air. Detroit King said it's fire. We already know the deal, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. Quick recap. Let's just go through it real quick one more time before I slide up out of here. So Hillary meeting up with Jazz's parents. She acted kind of goofy, ran the hijab, letting off Muslim facts. My man Jazz was blown by that. Like, what is going on? Don't know what's up with this dude, Jeffrey. I don't trust him at all. He being sneaky, man. He not being solid. My man Uncle Phil is solid. Just let him know what's going on. He being sneaky, bro. It's something up with this dude. I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's going to be revealed. Vivian backdoors or lightweight backdoors Uncle Phil and goes to see Doc to set it up. But she told Doc, make sure that you tell Will to bring his uncle, because she's trying to go about it the right way. Uncle Phil is mad at first. They're getting a little argument. Vivian, but like a true G, he comes and admits that he was wrong, and him and his wife have a nice little moment where he's telling her about his problems, talking to her. She's being his piece, so to speak. And I liked her energy in this. She wasn't too much. They had a little agreement. That's how you're supposed to handle disagreements in the marriage. Carlton, Will convinces him to go bowling, and Will is good for Carlton. He takes him out of his comfort zone. Carlton was about to watch the 1974 Grand Prix. He was sitting back feeling sorry for himself, but Will actually helped him. And Will didn't tell his parents that he had the panic attack, which I thought was the wrong thing at first, but it was the right thing because Carlton bounced back. For right now, he bounced back and he didn't hit the Xannies of the perk 30. So he good. Then we get my favorite part. Now Carlton in the original wasn't doing nothing like this. He beat the Brisnecks off this dude. Look at this dude. And this dude bigger than him. Beat the brakes. Hey, Carlton might be joining the family, y'all. If he keep it up, Carlton might be joining the family. And yes, sir, DeMarcus, we can agree on this, my guy. Carlton was definitely the MVP. Definitely the MVP, man. Beat the brakes off this dude. Lisa comes, saves the day. Of course. I think they're gonna have that love interest thing with Lisa Carlton. They're gonna have a love triangle. I'm not here for that, but I see that's the direction that it's going. Will has a nice conversation with Ashley, get her confidence back, let her know that, keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing. Uncle Phil have a reality check about the job. They needed him. He wasn't there. So I don't blame this dude for selling. I don't blame him at all. And of course, Carl is the hero now. After he went viral in a good way, now he's bringing attention to mental health, which is a real thing. Will getting backdoored by Lisa. And there you have it, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We about to slide up out of here. Peace. If this is your first time coming across the page, go ahead and lock into the real. You know the deal. Like, subscribe. You already know the vibe. If you want to put something on my books, because I'm demonetized for another 20-something days, YouTube caught me slipping, but guess what? Y'all gonna have to cut the check sooner or later because the press tour continues. I'm not stopping. I'm having a ball, and I'm humbled by all the support that I'm getting. And I'm just gonna keep moving forward. Yep, birthday is tomorrow, March 20th. So if you want to put some on my books, you can cash out that work. That's Detroit Work, DETWORK on Cash App. We about to slide out of here, man. I'm gonna play a little Borrow Malone on my outro.
I'm sorry, I cater to this band, so I can't level out my pockets.
Peace.
Give me more, my hair saying, give me small, my mindset plays emotion. I be thinking about my past, but I still be focused. Driving drugs on my last mind roller coaster. Who did some voodoo? Let's hit the south, I got a thick bitch, put a pussy on me.